Candace Owens has made it absolutely positively clear that she was told, either by Colvette, I believe Colvette, that it was supposed to be you. That it was supposed to be you. I think you know what supposed to be you means. I think, I don't think I need to explain this to anybody of what that means. It was supposed to be you. You were the target. You were the individual. You were the individual who was supposed to be the subject of this. You. And what's even more interesting to me and more fascinating than anything else is the number of people who seem to think, for reasons I do not understand, and maybe it's me, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's something that I'm just kind of missing here. But how in the world can anybody possibly not think that this is remotely possible? How can people not think this is not possible? How? This is the part that amazes me. What they will do is they will say to you, this is the gaslight, truly the gaslight. You're nuts. You're crazy. You're out of your mind. What are you talking about? What possibly could make you think that anything like this could happen? What possibly could make you think, Candace, that you, after this event happened with Charlie, that you could not be at all a part of this, that it's crazy, that it's nuts, that it's lunacy, that it doesn't exist? How in the name of God can anybody seriously question this? But they do. And this is all they have. Candace, you're crazy. You're nuts. This doesn't work anymore. This doesn't work anymore. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. How can anybody, let me see if I can explain this, and I'm sure you understand this as well. You have just watched somebody gunned down. You have watched somebody gunned down in front of the world. And they don't seem to care about that. They don't really seem to care. And they also don't seem to care about somebody who might have been sitting there, perhaps catching flack, a ricochet, some piece of shrapnel. They don't care. Let me say this again. These are, I'm yelling. These are killers. I get excited. These are killers. I'm always repeating myself to people. I'm always repeating myself. I say, do you understand what's happening here? Do you understand? Have you ever, do you understand the mechanisms of this? Do you think that when you've got these little nephews and these Colvettes, these very effeminate little, I don't know what they are, these little fey, impuissant twits, and we'll get this in a moment. Why is it that everybody who is an aide, an intern, why do they look like some prepubescent towel boy from someplace? I don't want to be too mean here, but have you noticed this? Did Charlie notice this? This, and forgive me for going off on this tangent. I guess you might call it a tangent. But do they have any women there? I mean, I don't know about you, but do you think that, and I'm not suggesting this, but if you had a bunch of regular guys there, wouldn't somebody say, listen, again, I'm not advocating this, but I'm just saying, because I know how people are. Do you think somebody would say, would it kill you to get some hot little number here? Why do I have some guy named Trey? Or what is this? What is this, the lacrosse team? The water polo team from some liberal arts school? Can we get a chick in here? If somebody's going to be my aide, if somebody's going to follow me around, why do I got to get this guy? What's the matter? If I didn't know better, wait a minute. Hold it. You're not, no. Are any of these people married? Do any of these people date? Not that there's anything wrong with it. But seriously, I don't know about you, but what is this? The farm team for, I don't know what it is. The more I see these people, once you realize it, they're weird. They're strange. It's like the AI people. It's like Altman and Karp and all these. You realize they're just weird. And did Charlie know this? Was Charlie so naive when Charlie married this lech, this vulture? Didn't he realize? Didn't somebody say, Charlie, not for nothing, pal, but do you want, Charlie? What is this? Is this like the village people, the road crew? What are we doing here? Every time they get together, I think to myself, is it me? Not that there's anything wrong with it. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's weird. Sometimes you don't know things. Have you ever been around a real alcoholic? I mean, a real serious, really serious. And the closer you are, the less you know. Have you ever seen this before? Somebody will say, I think there's somebody, he's an alcoholic. What? And then you realize, oh my God, wait a minute. Yes. I didn't know it because you were too close. Because you were too close. You didn't see this. You didn't understand it. You were so close to these things, you don't know. Not to mention, these are the most unsophisticated little boys. Is there anybody, seriously, who is the oldest person in TPUSA? Who is the oldest man? Is there anybody who's like a father figure, a grandfather? No. Somebody around there wears his cardigan wrapped around his, you know what I mean? Listen, I'm not trying to be homophobic, but I want to, wouldn't you love to ask Charlie now? Charlie, what were you thinking? Wouldn't you love to, if I could interview Charlie, we'll get to Candace in a moment because Candace says they're out to get her. It was supposed to be you. And they're saying, of course, oh, Candace, you're crazy. But one more question. Wouldn't you love to ask Charlie, what the hell, did you not know you married this predator? Did you not know? Did you have any friends? Do you have a big, I'm a big brother, but you have somebody who's like your mentor? Did somebody around you somewhere to say, listen, these people are vultures. And the reason why they hated Candace was she knew this bullshit. She had everybody's number and they wanted her out. They wanted her out from the get-go. They wanted her out. She saw them. She knew it. I'll bet you she bit her tongue more than you can imagine because you can't miss this. I know we're supposed to love Charlie and Charlie's a great guy and all this, but if I were Charlie's grandfather, uncle, friend, I'd say, what the hell's the matter with you? Grow a pair. Jeez, what's the matter with you? This is the worst. Have you not met one of these? See, let me explain something to you. Oh, and I've got some great clips for you because this Posobiec, proboscis, probiotic, that son of a bitch. I've been talking to you about him for the longest time. Remember this? I know, I can tell, I know immediately. Bullshit artist. I know it. Give me 30 seconds. Let me watch them. Better yet, let me watch them in a crowd. I got it. I've met everybody. You don't get to see. I've known more people. I've known criminals, a couple of killers, and some bad people, and politicians, and senators, and people. And the worst is people in the entertainment business. The biggest bunch of psychopaths you've ever met in your life. And I know what I'm talking about. And they don't. They seem to just not know. They seem to just not know. And Candace knows this. This is the part. And then when they're caught, when these little flakes all of a sudden realize, what are you talking about? Schmuck, they just killed somebody. Do I have to remind you? Oh, yeah, there's killers out there. You know what I mean? Listen. If Candace were, let's say, in the junior league or the DAR, which would be quite a controversy, but one would never know. Anyway, but if she's in the sorority, if she's in the African Violet Society, for Upper Montclair, she says, I think they're out to kill me. They say, you are out of your mind. but they just got Charlie. So let me go through this and remind me before I'm done to tell me, did I tell you about my accident last night? Did I tell you? Last night was a disaster. I came in, my camera was wrong. I was up my nose. I go, oh, the hell with this. It was horrible. Did I tell you about this? I'm driving in a lift and pow, I had to get out and walk. Oh, it was, yesterday was not my day. It was not my day. Well, it was and it wasn't. You don't know. It's my life. Mrs. Ellen and I, God bless her. We live wild lives. So anyway, let me just start with this. Okay, take one. First, thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. Now, let's talk about this. First, I'm going to give you a little story, and then we're going to explain something. I like to watch things over and over and over again, and then say, did you see that? Did you notice that? In 1900, I don't know, the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire. This was huge. I think it was in the Village right now. These women who worked making, shirts, a shirtwaist. We all know what that is, right? Anyway, they were working the treadles, and they were Eastern European, these women, and you should have seen the clothes they wore. They wore hoop skirts, and anyway, not hoop skirt. It was terrible wages. Let me get through this quickly, but they locked, the owners of this padlocked the fire escape because they were afraid the women would go out for a smoke break or lazy, and they were making like a penny a day, and God forbid we don't want that. So they padlocked the fire escapes. Fire broke out, place is on fire, and there's one witness. She's inside this closet, and they're banging on her door, and they say, let me in. And she says, let you in where? If I open the door, I'm dead. There's no exit. The smoke's coming underneath. I don't even think I'm going to make it. And she's hearing this, and she's on the stand. I think they charge a company with manslaughter or whatever. Anyway, they're on the stand, and she hears this. And pretty soon the poundings become less and less and less and less until there's dead silence, literally. She opens the door, and it's carnage. And they take all these bodies, and they're laying on the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire. Okay. The woman is on the stand. And Max Stoyer, who represents the company, this guy gets up and he says, tell me the story from the top. And they said, what are you, nuts? Don't you understand what happened? And she tells the story again. He goes, okay, do it again from the top. She tells the story. He goes, you changed the word. You said this before, now you say this. Nothing further. And the point was, he was trying to show your story is rehearsed. Even though it's rehearsed about the worst fire in recorded history, it doesn't matter whether it's rehearsed. The point is, when you watch this and you slow it down, and I want you to just think yourself, you've been around, you know human behavior, what is going on right now? Candace has hit a nerve. You better believe they wish it were you. You better believe she is you know what, Candace? You know what she is? God love her. The biggest pain in the ass anybody's ever seen. Hi, I'm Candace Owens, and I'm a pain in the ass. That's what she is. She won't go away. She drives these people nuts. This absolutely is crazy. She knows exactly what to say. She'll say something about, this Carhartt, the shirt that we're going to wear. She drives them nuts with that. I thought that was the most insignificant thing. No, because she was saying, "What is Charlie, a diva?" Now let's just go through this. Let me explain to you. You can watch anything ever. Watch any piece. I just want to do a little bit about this because we're going to get to the part about this is the really good part coming up about post-obic with Megan Kelly. Megan, here's a towel. Throw it in. I don't know where. I don't know if you know what's going on. I don't know if you have any clue if he doesn't want you, if you just want to sit there and just look pretty all day long and just, I don't think you know what's going on. I don't think I got this interview with Probiotic, and let me tell you something. I don't think she has any. I swear to God, I don't think she understands what the hell she's talking about. Okay, I can't yell. Okay, now listen to this. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. This is something else. This is when Candace was talking about the shirts, and I got to admit, yesterday when I'm driving around, okay, and I've yet to hit my accident. I'm listening to this and I'm thinking, where are we going with this one? Okay, let's watch this couple of things here.
It's going to be just a little touch of amnesia in this clip as well from Charlie's, second or third or fourth assistant, Nate Walker.
No, stop for 1 second. I like when there's a way to make somebody sound like they're from another planet. Nate Walker. His name is Nate Walker. Nate. I sound like the Key and Peele thing, Nate Walker. Already she's starting to tell you Nate Walker is going to be a jadrul. Okay, now watch this.
Take a listen.
Yeah, I was Charlie's executive assistant.
Okay, okay, stop right there. Okay, what do you think there, kids? What do you think? Come on. If your son came home and said, "This is my friend." What? It's your friend? Let me talk to you for a minute. You okay? You okay there, kid? Watch this. This is a guy, out of all the people, they hire this guy.
The day-to-day Charlie, make sure he has his food, water, clothes, all the stuff that he doesn't need to think about.
First of all, what is Charlie, retarded? Seriously, what is this? Who is this guy? They hired him? Why? I'm just saying. Call me wacky.
Yeah, would do for him and
clothes. How'd you do clothes?
Yeah, you figure that out. It was difficult. Not the easiest job.
We have the clothing racks in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Clothing racks in the warehouse. What is this? Who are these people? Charlie, where are you? Did you know this? Better yet, who hired this doofus? Seriously. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I think you are.
Some days I would just have to guess, figure out what is Charlie going to want to wear today. And
what is Charlie going to wear today? Did Charlie come across you like a clothes horse? Seriously. Did Charlie? Brasileira. Candace is the sand after a day at the beach. It's everywhere and you can't get rid of it. Oh, that is so. She's a pebble in your shoe. Indeed. That's an excellent way of saying this. But anyway, I digress.
Sometimes I'd be right, sometimes not. But
well, can I ask you? This is not to take it to a darker place, but we're all wearing these freedom shirts, the same shirt that Charlie was wearing on the day that he was killed. What is there a story behind this shirt?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm stopping too much. I apologize. Megan, who gives a shit about this shirt? Say that 3 times fast. What? Where do you? What? Would any of you, if you had this, people, would you ask, gee, I wonder what happened with the shirt? Wonder what happened with the shirt? How did you pick your shirt? Am I missing something?
So we usually bring a couple shirts to the campus stops, and I asked Charlie in the car, I go, Charlie, what shirt do you want to wear? He goes, I want to wear the freedom shirt.
I want to wear the freedom shirt. First of all, this is rehearsed. This is prearranged. Most people would say, honest to God, I work for this big, I don't know what shirt. I don't know what you're talking about. He gave it this much thought. Yeah, right.
That's not controversial.
What were the other options?
Oh, I can't remember.
Like, what does
exactly.
did he wear like the one that my son has with Trump giving double middle fingers?
First of all, stop. But please forgive me. See what Candace is doing? See what Candace is doing? See that look? She's zeroing in. She goes, nee, 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 nee. She goes, okay, all right. Oh, you think this is irrelevant? You're like Max Stoyer. Oh, you think this is just some testimony? Right. Watch what I do. And what's with Megyn Kelly? Megan, I'm serious. Who cares? We're talking today with Jackie Kennedy. Jackie, Mrs. Kennedy, on September the 22nd, did you pick out his clothes? Why did he pick? That was a very faint pinstripe, was it not? Was that a custom suit or was that a Brooks Brothers? He preferred button down. They're talking about an assassination and they're going through the wardrobe. What are you, Bob Mackey? I think we know what's going on here. But even Megan jumps in.
No.
missed twice.
Not those ones.
It would always say something. Never surrender. Here I am. Freedom. It was.
Listen to these guys. Hello.
He liked his short taglines.
Uh-huh.
A lot happening there.
She's thinking to herself, que mierda.
Okay, so he went on and did this difficult task of picking out shirts, and then Mikey McCoy comes out and tries to make it seem like it was a really hard thing to pick out a T-shirt. We have the room; it's got a lot of T-shirts, and this guy Nate Walker grabbed a couple, and then I guess turned to Charlie and said, "Which one would you like to wear?" And Charlie said, "I don't want to be controversial. I'm not known for being controversial."
Listen.
That's literally why he went on to college campuses and founded Turning Point USA, to bring the controversy and the discussion there. This is a Charlie that I really don't know. Maybe they're telling the truth. Maybe I really didn't know Charlie and he was just pretending for all these years, because the Charlie I knew, we were dropping black exit from the Democrat Party. We were wearing him too during the peak of Me Too. But Charlie this time said, "I'd like a Carhartt shirt because it says freedom and because it's not controversial." And then when she asked, "Well, what were the other options?" He's like, "I don't remember." Wow. He just blacked out on what other T-shirts he picked. How many options did Charlie need? When did Charlie turn into such a diva?
That's right. And also, remember, this dude, the only thing he knew about were he had to know all about Charlie's T-shirt designs or shirts. Okay, fine. And he doesn't know them. In 1 minute, he shows his fastidious, punctilious attention to detail. And then later on, he says, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Many questions. I just remember us just putting on whatever T-shirt and not even caring at all about that.
Yes.
Anyways, there's that. So I did happen to ask some Turning Point employees, former and current, if Carhartt was one of their vendors. And I was told no, because it's quite an expensive shirt, actually. And I don't remember us having ever worked with them. And so there you go. If you happen to know anything about how, or if there was just this one custom shirt made for Charlie, please do send us an email at moretips@CandaceOwens.com. It's just interesting. Another quick update and a
couple of things here, which is interesting. Number one, tips. She already ran out of space on the tips. Now she's got to go to more tips at. Now you're asking yourself your question. First of all, why is this important? Number one, it drives these people crazy. Number two, it shows this fastidious, punctilious attention to detail that nobody particularly cares about. Nobody's even thinking about this. Nobody cares about this. Nobody. But yet, and also, I'm telling you, there's something weird about, now, let me back up. I've got to be careful here. When you have people like this, okay, and they are in your realm, so to speak, you can have the best time ever, knowing that if I have to put the squeeze on these little powder puffs, whatever it is, twinkle toes, or they're gonna fold absolutely like a cheap suit, like a cheap camera, whatever it is. Can you imagine this guy on the stand? Any of these people? So understand, this is what we're talking about. And you have these cool kids phenomenon. Let me tell you something. If I could go back, if I ever could address every beginning high school class in the country, I would tell them, you are about to endeavor into something that will forever stay with you. You're going to see the bases of human behavior. Everything you see now, cool kids, mean girls, cliques, groups, in-groups, The mods, I always loved the goths. They lasted for like about a year, but they were so out of it. They wore black and Doc Marten boots and peasant dresses and their white face, and they looked like a mime group, like Shields and Yarnell on acid. They were like, whoa. And I liked them because they said, like, you know what? You, we're goth. And these are the cool kids. Megan is the cool chick. She's the one who says, please forgive me. I know this sounds crude, but I know what I'm talking about. It's the one who says, you know I'm hot, right? I know I'm hot. You know I'm, and that's all I'm here for. I'm going to pretend I care about news, and that's just a cover. Deep down inside, what I'm about, oh yeah. Gene Kirkpatrick, no. When you see this, you realize shallow, vapid, anodyne, harmless. This is who you are. This is why, honey, you'll never make it. Candace couldn't care less. You like this? Great. Now let's get down to business. Got my hair in the bun? Great. Let's get down to business. She didn't care about this stuff. And you know it. She's dangerous that way. Interestingly enough, if people had more faith in themselves, they would realize that maybe, in addition to all the other stuff that you think about, maybe one of the most attractive things in the world is somebody who's confident. So let me just understand these little yammering little, I don't know who these people are, but they sit around and they're the cool kids. They're flying on jets, on private jets. I've never been on a private jet. I'm sorry. I think that would be great. They're not even, 20 years old? And they're on private jets. Now, can I ask you something? Listen to me. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just. Don't be surprised if one day, just saying, I'm just thinking out loud. Don't be surprised if one day somebody comes and says, yeah, I'll tell you what went on at that TPUSA. My name is so-and-so. I'm a 20-year-old kid. I was a young man. I was plucked from obscurity. Where did they come from? Where did this guy come from? My radar is going off here. There's something weird with this. What if they said, oh yeah, you had Epstein Island, we had Arizona. We had Phoenix, we had the compound. Yeah, we had that. Would that surprise you? What if I told you? Let me ask you a very simple question. And I know this sounds crazy. Is anybody married? I don't know. I don't know anything about these people. I have been getting the weirdest vibes from these people, the strangest. And when there's weird, this is how it works. People will start to think everybody's weird and everybody likes this, and we're the cool kids and we don't have to worry about anything, okay? You know what I mean? After a while, you just sort of think, do you know, where are the orphanages? Where did they get these people from? Let me give you a little side note. In the 80s, kind of maybe 80s, early 80s, in Florida, cocaine was just, it was, and by the way, to be quite honest with you, a lot of people didn't really know about the dangers of this. Oh, look at this. Jem says, Megan is the goat in a Francisco Goya painting. Oh, very good. I like that reference. But thank you, by the way. And in the 80s, people would become. Paul Newman one time had a little razor blade, and people thought it was safe. They didn't know anything. It became so hip. It became so much a part of the like we're not getting champagne. We're doing an ounce, or they had a lot of the Cubans would have this little fingernail, but it was a signal. Make a long story short, they became so involved in it. They became so in it that one of these things became, how do I say this? They started doing it in front of everybody. And you'd be someplace, you go, what are you doing? What's the matter? It goes, no, because their friends did it and everybody thought it was cool. No, this is a felony. I'm telling you, I saw this. The reason for that roundabout thing is when you're in a situation for a long period of time and you're used to it, you don't recognize the fact that what you're doing is weird. It's strange. It's odd. It's not right. It's weird. That's who these people are. And they're so blanketed and they have like this candy coating of I don't know what you want to call it, but they really don't understand that they're living in a world that is bizarre, that people don't really act like this. And it's weird. And let me tell you, I don't know if Candace has ever done this before. And again, this isn't against the law. But have you met anybody? Is there anybody from the TPUSA group where you thought, I'm very impressed. That's a smart guy? None of them. Each of them weirder than the other. And this bitchy and snarky and catty, and from Ben Shapiro on down, the whole group, they're like a bunch of yammering hens, young boys who just, have you noticed this? And Candace comes and says, I'm going to wipe the floor with you. It never hit me. It never really, I was like, who are these people? I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything. They're the most milquetoast, spineless, atesticular, weird people you've ever seen. And it'll come through. Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is a guy who just doesn't get it. He's a smart guy who hasn't figured out where to land. Oh, Nick, you could be so good if you just stop being a dick. You just want to be with your groypers and all. By the way, if you're a member of a group, you're not doing well. Gavin McGinn has started this thing called Proud Boys. Proud Boys is not what you think. It's not the same. And then later on, it became something else. Remember years ago, they had these men who would go out into the woods with their drums, and they would beat the drums, and they would they wanted to get back in touch with their masculinity. I mean, it was weird. Anytime you have a group, okay, enough said. But remember what I'm saying. Look at these people. Look at them and ask yourself, this is it? And all they do, because their parents, and by the way, yesterday, Candace brought up a great part about Brad Parscale. I don't know how much they spent this guy a month or whatever, whether Israel or whatever, to put this stuff out where I guess they're bots or something. It was the lamest thing anybody's ever seen, because you can't keep calling somebody crazy. That's not a good idea. Maybe they are crazy, but you need something else. You need this thing called material. Now, let me do this one. This is the part that's driving these people nuts, because they're saying, Candace Owens is so crazy. She says that she might have been the reason for this. That when Charlie was on the phone with somebody else, maybe they told him, Candace is the one. Candace is the, it was supposed to be you. Now, people will say, is that even possible? Why isn't that possible? They just killed somebody. Did you hear what I just said? Okay, how are you supposed to? First of all, if I said, excuse me, this is the junior league. What are you talking about? The worst we'll ever do is give you a dirty look. What are you talking about? Excuse me, we're the African Violet Society. Candace, you're out of your mind. Nobody's meant to off you. No, they just did it in front of the world. It changes the tenor. Now you say, oh, okay, maybe there's something to this now. I have to remind people. oh, this Candace, she's so crazy. They just killed him. Oh, yeah, you're right. Is it really that crazy? Not really, come to think of it. Exactly. You do know this, right? I mean, you do, but they don't. They're acting like this is the most ridiculous. Do you want to see the picture of Charlie again? How many times have you seen this and the thing? And anyway, now, this is what drives them nuts, because remember, you only take flack when you're over the target. If something hurts, if something is true, if something is real, that's when they start yelling. They don't care about conspiracy theories that don't make any sense. Nobody cares about you thinking that Elvis is alive. They only care about you saying that they detonated Building 7 and that's why they fell. It fell at 5:20 p.m. because you're right. That becomes a conspiracy theory. All right, enough about me. Here we go.
I know what my gut has told me about this situation from the moment that it took place. I know what beyond my gut and beyond my dreams, the statement from Andrew Colbeck,
Listen.
it was supposed to be you, was
It was supposed to be you. Not the song, it had to be you. It was supposed to be you.
the statement from Andrew Colbeck, it was supposed to be you. Was it? Was it? Is it fair to ask if it's plausible that when Charlie was taken to the Hamptons, the phone call no one wants to address from Bibi Netanyahu, is it fair to ask the question if it was literally supposed to be me who was supposed to be back on tour with Charlie? Did he say no to killing Candace Owens?
Now think about this. Think about this now. Tell me why this is crazy when he eventually was the target excuse me, of the very idea. Let me say it again. And now I want you to ask everybody this question. Are you telling me, COVID or Mikey or this or one of these people, you're telling me that she's basically full of it for suggesting that instead of Charlie getting whacked, she'd be whacked? Do you hear what you're saying? I'm merely talking about the target selection, not the fact that it ever happened. Remember, this isn't the junior league. We're not talking about stuff that never happens. We're talking about hardcore international assassins. We're talking about somebody who theoretically could be redirecting billions of dollars in and remember, elections are not just about the election. They're about all the ancillary stuff as well. And all of a sudden, you've got a guy who could really throw things off and redefine American politics as we know it.
Did he say no to killing Candace Owens? And then did he become a liability because he said no? What did Charlie turn down from Bibi Netanyahu?
Good
while
question.
Erika was there. Again, the people that were present don't even want to acknowledge the phone call.
Yep. Why do you think that is? Why? I think I know.
I only got an acknowledgement that it happened from Erika in person, who then said, oh, he was just following up on a letter that Charlie wrote in May. Really? Bill Ackman's house, you put Bibi Netanyahu on the phone?
About a letter.
It's just like, hey, I got your letter. I want to talk about that letter from months ago. This feels like a good time. I don't buy it, guys. I think this is darker than we could ever imagine. I think.
Absolutely. Let me tell you again. Why would I think it's darker? Because they did it. They did it. They got him. And they didn't even care whether some poor gal or some mother or some teacher, somebody sitting, think about all the people sitting behind Charlie. I remember during the Trump rallies, I used to think to myself, I don't want to sit behind him. I don't want to sit behind him. Think about that. Think about that. Think about one little move, one whatever it was, bullet, 30-06, fragment from an exploding mic, or some kind of directed energy weapon, or shaped charge, whatever you want to call it, whatever it was that hit Charlie here could have missed by this much and hit that poor Aunt B behind him from Des Moines. Think about that. Think about that. During the Kennedy assassination, one wrong move. Imagine seeing Jackie's head turn into a pink mist. Connolly or Nell or whatever his wife's name was. Kaboom. One little move, one micro adjustment off, and it changes everything. Let me tell you something. Only the fool misses this. Only the fool says, nah, I'm so disinterested in getting to the bottom of this fact. I'm so disinterested. No, I'm not going to do this. You know, when you work for the CDC and you work, remember when Legionnaire's disease broke out in Philadelphia? Remember that? They didn't know what was going on. They were wondering, what the hell? And they have to look at every conceivable connection there was. Remember AIDS in the 80s? Do you remember that? Actually, 70, but and it wasn't patient zero. That's a bullshit. Anyway, but remember that? They didn't know what was going on. They had pneumocystis pneumonia, Kaposi sarcoma, these this outbreak they hadn't seen in years. What's going on? They said, it's an immune system. That's the only thing. And then they had to go, well, is it the water? Is it, who knows? And at first, some of the things they came up with were kind of crazy. And until somebody says, no, I think it might be bloodborne and blah, blah, blah. So when you're going through this, when you're being a detective and you're really looking through this very, very assiduously, very carefully, you look at everything. You look at every connection, the people involved, what was said, the methodology. You always say you have a prior record. Of the people that were suspected of being responsible, do they have a prior record? Have they done this before? Are they known to do this? Who isn't? Not only that, look at that creepy group. And then what happens is, every now and then, and you've seen it, have you seen people who think they're cops? Have you seen people who think like, I'm in the CIA? I'm in the Delta Force. I'm in the, really? Oh, yeah. I'm in Delta Force. I'm in, no, you're not. Oh, yes, I am. You see a lot, Sean Ryan, these people. Well, imagine you're in a group of people. Let's call it, I don't know, TPUSA. And basically, you can you're not even shaving some of these people. But for the first time, you are the cool kids in high school. You're flying on, you have jets at your disposal. Jets. Your own private jet. And they're not packing these aren't cargo planes. They're doing this to fly around for no reason other than to la-di-da their way and sashay their way into some kind of self-delusion of importance. What did these people do? Were there any people? Have you ever heard the Colvitts or the Mikeys or the Neffs ever talk about Jesus, the Bible, Milton Friedman, free markets? Have you ever? What were they there for? How did they even get involved in this? What was their prior evangelical or their prior life? I don't know. So think about this. Now, let me talk about one of my new favorites. And I'm sorry to say this, but I'm going to say this here because I cannot believe what an absolute loser she's turned out to be. Oh, Spandex says, accept money from gangsters, you better do their bidding. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. And thank you for that. That's why they always say, never accept a loan, never accept a favor, never accept a favor. No, 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 no. Once you accept a favor, you're in another world. But all of a sudden, there are these people. They come about. And they were trying to find themselves. And by the way, you can go down the list of the ones who were paying attention. This one group, let me just go down this list. Let me just give you an idea. before we get to Megan, I got to say this. I go to X, which is just phenomenal, wonderful. And I go to Explore, and then I see what are the topics. First of all, there's France and England. I don't care about that. I don't. They're going to be playing. Okay, great. Wonderful. Look at this. Corey Comparator's widow calls Trump rally shooting an inside job. Yes. 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 And it was Candace who also not created this, but certainly brought that up. Candace, here's today's news. Candace Owens claims Kirk died for refusing her murder. And then Blake Neff accuses Candace Owens of bullying Kirk's staffer on podcast. But then you get into this group. Frank Turek, this guy, he might be the oldest one in the crew. There's a fellow named Sam Parker. Have you seen @based Sam Parker? Yesterday, Real Candace told you about Danny Phillip. He arrived at the event with Blake Neff. He shot footage of Charlie. He stood with Butch Hibbs. These names, everybody got Butch Hibbs. What was he with the Munsters? Oh, it's Butch Patrick. Okay. Butch Hibbs during the Big Bang. And he talked about the phone extensively with Mikey McCoy before and after. He also bought Frank Turek new clothes after Turek had to ditch his original clothes. Danny went from working at a country club and being baseball team manager to being Charlie's trusted strategic advisor and podcast producer. Does this look like a normal career arc for you? What was he doing at the event? Now, this is this guy, Sam Parker. Phenomenal. Sam Parker makes you say, geez, I never thought about that. I never thought about this. He has, put it this way. You've got Barron and you've got the Sam Parker, and you also have there's another one I'm going to tell you about as well, which is a great, if you really want to, these are the ones that I go to every day. Hang on. This is Constitution. Project Constitution. Oh my God. Oh my. You think you know what's going on? Like you can't believe. Check those out. All right? Now let's go to another one. Let me just go down the list. Then we have these people who are coming forward. Hang on. I got to give you some folks. Oh, here we go. Cinema Shogun. Who the hell is this guy? Okay, fine. I watched Candace today. Pivots. Just, I will call you. Okay. Anyway, another one saying, this is the best you can. Here's Frank Turek. Oh, Andrew Colvett. Okay, watch him. Again, trying his best to just go down this list. How do I say this? There's these other folks who are all the hand signals. Have you seen the hand signals? Just go down the list. Just go to X and just go down the list, and you see everybody trying their best to try to say, I got to get involved in this. I've got to get involved. I've got to get involved in this. Here we go. A guy named Alec Lace. I don't know who he is. He has 57,000 people. He says, the Charlie Kirk exploding microphone theory has got to be one of the dumbest things. He's so late to the game. He just wants to jump in. It's like people watching kind of double Dutch. You know what I mean? Where they're trying to jump in. They want to become a part of the, now do I jump in? Now do I jump in? Okay. Just go down the list of this. There's so much information. You don't know the names. The other group, the anti-Candace group, just says, you're crazy, you're a poopy pants, you're a fool, you're an idiot, you're a loser. These people have the receipts, names, documents. Candace is postdoc particle physics. Terence Tao, Edward Witten, Mondo out there, get ready for this. You can't wade into this and just say, let me just see what they're saying. They'll throw 10 names at you you've never heard of before. They know every little working, every moving part, every gear, everything of this story. That's number one. And the other side is Candace is stupid. Candace is crazy. Candace is an idiot. Candace is a fool. Candace is a nut. That's it. I can't believe the exploding mic. We're past the exploding mic. It's there, but we're moving on. They're just trying to jump in. Okay. Here's the best. This is number one on my shit list because this dame just does not have it. And who does she have on? This says it all.
Ridiculous. It's surveillance video. We're lucky it exists at all.
Right.
She's like, no, I got to say something. First of all, look at the affect. Number one, look at probiotic here. All right, look at him. He always looks like he's passing the most horrible hockey puck ejesta, like some Bezor. He's always dyspeptic. He never smiles. He's never happy. He's never even amused. He looks like he's sitting on a thumbtack or that his goldfish died. No, I'm serious. This is very, very important. When somebody never smiles, do you ever see those people say, I took my kid to get a vaccine, and when I brought him back, he never looked at me again. He never smiled. Oh, come on. It's no big deal. No, that's this guy. He's never smirked. There's no affect. It's flat. When you do a psych eval, when you meet a client for the first time and you're just like, this guy never looked at me. He never looked up. He never smiled. I've known this guy for 2 weeks. He's never cracked a smile. The first thing you're going to do was this guy. And how Pozo ever got a part of this, I have no idea. I don't even know what his background is. Then we got Megan. And listen to me, and I'm sorry, he's having an aneurysm. That's terrible. Please forgive me. Ladies, I know I sound, I don't know what the word is, but I know what I'm talking about. Megyn Kelly. If you said, Megan, what would you like to be? The smartest woman who ever lived or the hottest? You know, and I know what she would say. You know, and I know. And listen, it's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's our world. It's our society. Now, if you ask Candace, what do you want to be? Spiritual and intellectual bellwether, pole star, goddess of truth, or hot mama? She will look at you like, what are you talking about? Because in the real world, there is nothing sexier than somebody who is with it, smart, aware, and morally substantial. Okay, enough with the pro-em and the prolegomenon. Watch this.
Right. The point is that
ridiculous.
It exists.
It's surveillance video. We're lucky it exists at all.
Right.
Anything. And some people who refuse to believe that Tyler Robinson did this have been saying for quite some time, oh, but there's no video of the actual shooting.
Yes, she said this. This will haunt her because there's no video of him actually shooting. There's no video. It doesn't exist, schmuck. It doesn't exist. That's the point. For the love of God, you bumbling oaf, you stupix. You're a maroon. What kind of poltroon is just, God, that's the point. You came in this, you're like double parked. You're like, your whole commentary is like drive-by. You just kind of think you know it. You don't know anything.
Oh, it's so convenient how they only have him running across the roof. And
they don't have him. They've got this thing running around. Jesus. And look at him. Look, he hasn't moved. By the way, you can't tell if the screen's frozen or whether he's just staring at you.
And then we actually find out there is video of the actual moment.
No, there's not. Look at him right now. He's thinking, oh, shit. No, there's no. Cut it out, Megan. Cut it out, honey. You don't know what we're talking about. There ain't no fucking breakdown about the thing. Megan, take it easy, Megan. Take it easy.
Shooter drops down and pulls the trigger, and still they won't accept it. I mean,
because it doesn't exist.
it's just, we're never going to get through to them. I don't even really care about them, to be honest.
Then why the fuck are you talking about it? You're wrong. You're so wrong. This is going to haunt you like a fart that just hangs on you like you're in an elevator. It's going to be like you just for the rest of your life. Like, Jesus, God, I took a bath. I changed my clothes. You're going to wear this. You're going to own this. Look at this. Look at this guy. He's, you know why? He's not saying anything. He's not even nodding. He's not even saying, you're right. Nothing, because he knows. But Miss America here, oh, no. She could just, she just wow you with her pulchritude, because you're just some peasant. You're just some quisling, some fool, some rube, some chuff, some churl, some rusticator, some hayseed with a bib overall from Plant City. You don't know shit. She does, because she's Megan.
I just think, and I want to know your opinion as somebody who sat in that court.
He blinked. He hasn't moved. If you put like a margin around him or some kind of border, he wouldn't get out of it. He's frozen. He's paralytic.
Courtroom all week. To me, the evidence is overwhelming.
That's overwhelming. Speak breathlessly, you poltroon.
Never have this much evidence. To me, it's so overwhelming. It shows that Tyler Robinson did not care at all about getting caught.
She's just saying this. You overwhelming. Look at him. That guy who was there, he's thinking. Remember Jeremiah Denton? He was a POW who was doing like this. He was actually saying, I'm tortured. He was doing Morse code. He was like, when they were interviewing, the VC or the Viet Cong didn't know this. He was saying this. Unbelievable. You don't get to see this. Oh, man. First thing I'm thinking of, if I had him as a client, we're going for insanity. It's a parking ticket. I don't give a damn. But the guy's nuts. He's out of his mind. Okay, more of this. It gets better. Look at this. Now watch. He blinks.
He did next to nothing to cover his tracks.
Because he didn't do it. The reason why you think he's so great, he wasn't there. He goes, I didn't cover what tracks? I'm a Dairy Queen. I'm getting a steak dinner at Pakawanga. Whatever it is. They've got the mystery, the cars with the removable exhaust. I don't know about you, but I have a variety of exhausts that I use. Oh, I don't care about all those accessories, like maybe changing the wheel coverings. I want to change the exhaust.
Well, it beggars belief that he thought he would do this again with his own cell phone, with his own car, with shoes that he's known to wear.
Chuck Taylors. Even I got a pair of Chuck Taylors. Every person on the planet, every Gen Z gamer, alpha, beta, whatever the hell he is, he wore jeans and a hat and Chuck Taylor's shoes and his cell phone. What about his cell phone? Do we know this? His cell phone? You mean the cell phone that was never... The cell phone, by the way, with all of the accounts, that Lancelot link, remember that? His fuzzy-wuzzy gay, lesbian, trans girlfriend, whatever. You remember that guy? Who, by the way, never said anything, who wasn't even cross-examined, who also sat back like he had a rod up his ass. Remember that day? Look at this. This is your main witness.
The hat that he commonly wears, these Hurley hats that are red.
He wore a hat.
Readily identifiable. I mean, you'd think that anyone who, is, even to that a basic, look at criminal justice procedures or, watch movies or listen to some true crime podcasts, you might have heard a few things. I think, and again, it's just my speculation, but I think that there was an element of wanting the glory. I think there was an element of trying to impress Twigs, the boyfriend here.
And he never talked about it. He never is going to throw his life away. He's going to go probably get the death penalty to impress his girlfriend. Never talk. Hey, Lance, did they talk about politics? No, not really. Really? No. What? Not really. He didn't. No. Oh my God. And look at them. Look, this is your main witness.
I think there were a lot of these elements that went into it, to your point, that it was completely premeditated and that he was perhaps looking for recognition and renown.
Completely conclusory, completely just saying things, talking utter shite. Unbelievable. Rhonda says, when I first heard of you, I thought you were the train guy. LOL, love you. Thank you. Well, I am the train guy. I guess, sort of. And Renee says, Lionel, you cracked me up. You were so hysterical, but please take it easy on yourself. I can't believe what's happening. I got sucked into this thing. I got sucked in. I swear to God, I was minding my own business. Okay, here's Candace. All right, she seems what? Murder? Hey, maybe I know something about this. Maybe I can help you. Maybe I know a little bit about procedure. Everything about her. Everything from the beginning to the end of this, it has been unbelievable. And the best part about it is that Candace is the number one story. Absolutely. This is the most important thing I mean to tell you. It blows my mind. And it's only getting better. It's only getting better. And remember, I'm telling you this, remember, you know what they're going to do to Tyler. You know what they're going to do to Tyler. Do I have to remind you? Do I have to tell you? Do I have to, refresh your recollection? What happens if Tyler goes away? All of this ends. Everything. The shirt, the shot, the microphones, the trajectory, the conspiracies, the confederated folks, all of these people, you have to ask yourself, it's over. They're over. It's done. It's finished. It's so easy. It is so monumentally, positively easy, beyond anything you could ever imagine. It's over. It's over. And that's why he is in, and where in the fuck is this defense team? Every day, Candace will bring up something like the Carhartt shirt. What the hell are you talking about? How many times have you done it? Well, she'll say something like, Fort Huachuca? What the hell is that? Is that from Caddyshack? Fort Huachuca? What the hell's a Huachuca? Ooga chugga, ooga, ooga. I can't stop this. Fort Huachuca, Fort Huachuca. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Laurie Franz. Remember the mother? Laurie Franz. Who's she? Who's this Erika Kirk? Oh my God. Then you realize she comes along and you realize this woman is so profound. This might be, if ever there's a dictionary picture for full of shit, it's Erika Kirk. Full of shit. Hi. You know, I lived in New York for a while and I just stayed home and read the Bible. I never went out and dated. I don't date. I don't drink. All my friends who dated and drank, they seem so, I don't know, so unhappy. So I stayed home. Then, before you get a hold of that remember her sizzle reel for the reality show. Hey, Baba Reba. She's got her boyfriend. Hey, she's pounding him, throwing him back. Yeah. You know, they're doing headboard comas like you can't believe. What about that? Huh? What about that? Lady, you're full of shit. You can't say that she's a widow, but she's full of shit. Don't say that. She's full of shit. The widow, that I'm very sorry for, is full of shit. And then I was walking down the street with my mother, Lori Frank, and they came up to me and said, hey, you can help. Help how? Help your state. Would you like to be in the Miss Teen Bi-Coastal Semi-Junior, whatever the hell this is, pageant? No, I can't be in a pageant. I'm a tomboy. I just want to play basketball. When I'm not knocking the bottom on a strange man, or staying home reading the Bible, or cornering the market as a real estate agent, or running some kind of a weird, orphanage in Romania. But okay, and son of a bitch, I won. Me. My eyes are good. Remember that story? They recruited you? Who gets recruited? These people spend their whole life doing this. You don't get recruited. Hey, come here. What is it? Here, can you walk across a stage? Yeah. My God, she knows how to walk. Can you jump into this bikini thing? Hey, this is great. Can you bend over so we can see your ass? Yeah. Okay. You're in, honey. Between you following the Lord and reading the book of Corinthians, the whole story is just, and I'm so sick of people telling me you can't bring her up. Hypothetical versus facts. I wonder why conspirators hate facts. Deploy the red herring. Oh, why do you think? Why do you think? Why do you think? It's incredible. And then, by the way, this is the best part. After her husband, I don't know about you. Remember the poor woman the Ukrainian woman who was stabbed? Remember that? It was so sad. She was stabbed, and remember that savage bastard. Anyway, stabbed her. Anyway, her mother, they brought her mother. Her mother invited her and Erika, of course, to the White House for the State of the Union. And the mother was like this. She looked bereft, spent, just without any kind of hope, devoid of affect, just spent, evacuated her soul, and then, gets interesting. And then Erika sitting next to her like this. Is that the way you do it? Yeah. Do you ever use these? What are they? They're it's called tear sticks. You ever see this? So you put some here on your eye, and then there's like a paraffin, and then when you sweat, it breaks through and you start tearing. Or you can put it on your you don't have the here, you want to use one of mine? Yeah, they're Kleenex or whatever it is, but you put a little bit of it here. When you go like this. And when you want to cry, but here's the best part. See, when you cry, normally your nose works, and you have snot and boogers, and you're crying because that's what crying is. It's a mucosal thing. They don't notice. I never blow my nose. I'm always like this. I just look up. I've got my two things. I look up. I go like up, and I look down. How am I doing? Because I don't have any feelings. I'm not. Maybe she did it first, but not when she's performing. And then it got worse. But look who it is. Our friend says, a treat for I says, Lionel, admire you. Perhaps Candace used a strategic elicitation, hoping Colvette would deny it and finally admit the money. All I know is I think what it is it's a version of her just driving these people crazy. And I thank you for that. Just saying this, because they don't just ignore it. If somebody says that you something that was crazy, you would just ignore it. But anyway, it gets better. Okay. This is the part. This is the part which I find so phenomenal. I find this so interesting. after all of this comes about, she has the meeting which to me, was the lowest form. You know, when you say, I can't do this, I will not tell you, and I don't ever I just don't, my own life, when my parents died, nobody knew a thing. Nobody. I never went online. I never said anything. That is so personal, so private. I would defile their memory. Defile it by putting up pictures. And, this glory seeking, or not, these pity, this pity signaling. No, I never do that. Never. I never talk about family, anything like that. That is so personal. This is my life with you, and that's my life with everybody else. And they don't mix. Period. They don't mix. And that's the best way to be and the smartest way to be. I am never going to sully. Never. And most of my picture, Mrs. Ellen, I'll be someplace. Oh, that's nice. That's it. That's it. Period. I can't do this. I would never picture of my father, my mother in the casket. Are you kidding me? Or their hands? They were so alive, and I'm doing this? Are you kidding? My God, it's not just hell, but it's the smoking section of hell. So what does she do? She takes Charlie, this poor guy, they're propping him around, they use him, they shot him like a dog. Like a dog. It's incredible. And then he's in the casket, and his hands, they probably put makeup on his hands. And you know what they do. You know what they do. When you're embalmed, with a trocar and the maceration and the perfusion, it is nasty. I know you're dead, but what they do, that's why I will never. Oh my God, I think this whole I know we're dead, but to stick a trocar and slice up your innards so that the formalin and the formaldehyde will perfuse better, dip you up and down, stick a spike in your subclavian, drain you like Roy DeMeo at the Gemini Lounge. It's barbaric. It's barbaric. Wiring mouth shut. Some people, they'll die, then they'll try their best. So they have to use fishing, wire to wire your lips shut. And you don't know this stuff. Cotton, makeup, they know every trick in the book. It's barbaric. And I would never sit there and take a picture of his hands like this. And she was mic'd. Because you hear it like this, I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you, Charlie. Then I realized the camera's over here. How could you pick this up? You're mic'd. Did you get that, Jerry? When are we going to take two? Okay, more. How was that? Good. Can't be enough for you? Okay, listen. Hell. You deserve to rot in hell for that. Do it on your own. To put it, because God damn it, my turn. It's my turn. Erika's gonna all my life I've been second fiddle to my mother, and this one, I can't catch a break. She does this EMP industrial for the CIA. Nobody cares about it. Hell, she can't even, they don't even, she's alleged to have run a trafficking ring. I don't know if there's any evidence of that. In Romania, nobody cares. But now, it's Erika's time. And if this is the way I do it, fine, I'll do it. You want to see an actress? I'll show you an actress. That's not to say she's not feeling sad. That's not to say she's happy. And that's sure as hell not to say she had anything to do with it. Remember this. I'm telling you repeatedly. But for you to do this, and then, 6 days later? 6 days. Hi, guys. Remember that one? Dear God. Jack Prosobiec was Navy intelligence. Makes sense. Listen to me. Do me a favor. What does that mean, Navy intelligence? What was he higher up? You know how many people work Navy intelligence? You know how many schmucks have worked in the CIA, FBI? Thousands. Do you think he's top notch, top shelf, top level just because he worked there? You know the guy who comes up and cleans up Langley? You know they got a cleaning crew. Did he work at the CIA? I guess he did. I'm so tired of all these spooks. Everybody's got a show. Everybody was Navy intelligence. Have you ever seen these guys? What's this guy? They replaced Rush Limbaugh. I forget their name. One guy was CIA. Oh, stop it. When was the last time anybody ever said to you, I'm CIA? Normally it's like, I'm not going to tell anybody. Why? Because I may run into somebody that I don't know. And I've got my family. If you were CIA, wouldn't you say, don't tell anybody that? I wouldn't tell my kids. I wouldn't tell them anything. Because I don't want somebody out there, my kid, yapping about what daddy did, and I may put him in harm's way. If I was more than a clerk, if I'm a clerk, that's fine. But if I'm really an operative, if I'm really serious naval intel or military intel, I can't tell anybody anything. Everybody's full of shit today. Everybody is. I was a Navy SEAL Team Delta 6 Squadron, SEAL Team 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Special Forces, Special Ops, Green Beret, Ranger, Killer, Commando, Foreign Legion, Killer. I'm a killer. I got tattoos. I got my hat backwards. I'm a killer. I was a killer. How am I doing? The real killers are the ones that just don't say anything. They're real serious. They're scary people. You ever notice these people? The guy who looks like your granddad, the guy who's running around who was on Iwo Jima, you know what he did? Oh my God. They're bayoneting Japanese flamethrowers. Oh, no, but I got to watch some guy sitting there with his hat backwards and all the tats. Yeah, I know. Everybody wants to be a man. Everybody thinks it's all about being, look at me. Like Bobby Kennedy, that schmuck. I'm doing pull-ups. And Hegzit, I'm doing pull-ups too. Meanwhile, Kash Patel is saying, I'm getting laid. Okay, fine. So anyway, after Erika's done, this is the one that kills me. She shows up. Hi guys. Hey guys. How's everybody doing? Hey, why the long face? Yeah, Charlie's dead. What are you gonna do? Let's go. Let's talk about this metric. Hey, those hat sales are up, okay? Hey, is this an emoji? Hey, oh God. Charlie somewhere in some cloud in heaven is barfing, puking his guts out. He said, what are you doing? My God. It just, you have to stop sometimes and ask yourself to take a kind of an inventory of what we're seeing. It is beyond anything we've seen. We need an inventory. It blows my mind. Seriously. It blows my mind. I have to sometimes stop and think to myself, how did this even come about? Doesn't anybody care? Why are we fighting so hard to say that's not the guy? We have historical precedent. It's a patsy. He's a schmuck. He's a nothing. He was set up. I don't know why. I don't know if it's Israel. I don't know anything. We don't know. These are good suspects, though. Why would you think that? Well, like I said, the reason why is because of the fact that, who are the trolls? Come on, tell me, who are the trolls? Who are they? Come on, give me a nice troll. Let's bring them out. Come on, trolls are sad. Who is it? Let's call them out. Come on, let's have fun. It's no fun to have a troll because I can't. If I sit there and watch and I'm reading everything everybody's saying, come on, who's a troll? Give me a name. Oh, here we go. I have to laugh at Candace's latest death threat from the French foreign leader? I know what you're talking about, man. Come on, give me some good stuff. Give me some good stuff. Give me some good stuff. I want to have a good. This is no good. Who was Tracy? Is Tracy a troll? Is that what you're doing? See, you got to write something. I got to go back. I got to find out where the hell Tracy is. Where's? Is that what you're saying? Do me a favor. Always say Tracy is a troll, or so I know this. Because trolls are great. We need them. We need them because they remind us that there are these people out there who love to confound the obvious. You see what I'm saying? This is the most important thing in the world. We don't care about this. They're fun. What do you not understand? What do you not understand about what's going on right now? Let me explain something to you. It's very, very simple. Very, very simple. We gotta look at the big picture. Every single day is something even greater and more glorious and more grandiose than the next. Everything is going on, and we know better than this. All I know is that if there is anything, let us vow, okay, let us all agree that, Charlie, we're going to do this for you, my friend. We are going to do this for you. We are going to make sure that you are never forgotten, that you are never abandoned, that you are never ever lost, ever how do I say this? That you are never out of our prayers and thoughts, because this is about you. What they did to you, it's not about Candace. It's not about probiotic or anything. No. It's about you. You were a young man. All you wanted to do was spread the holy word, to talk about capitalism, to talk about free markets, you just wanted just to say what you wanted. And they killed you. And they shot you down. Go deeper on Rick Cutler. Did he actually flee the U.S.? He also was involved in the Underground Railroad anti-human trafficking work. Okay, we'll look for there. Look deeper on everybody. And by the way, look deeper on what's happening in Washington. You have no idea what's happening. Let me explain to you something, which is very, very, very critical. Okay? Very, very critical. I want you to listen to me very, very carefully. Right now, as we're speaking, for reasons I do not understand, Mrs. L, my wife, I've got her right here. This is her email. Follow her at Lynn's Warriors. You have no idea. Somebody somewhere, if ever there's somebody who is the sweetest, most innocent, I mean, all she wants to do is help kids. You can't believe this. You can't believe what's going on. So I want you to help me and follow her on YouTube. I mean this. Go there. Just sign up. Every time she does it. She's on the phone right now early in the morning, because it's like 4 o'clock here, 7 o'clock. She's talking to DC. They're taking out major legislation. They're removing the duty of care provisions. There are these supposed leaders in Washington who want to gut and minimize and completely destroy anything of any teeth regarding the how do I say this? Regarding child protection. AI is going to be the biggest flop you've ever seen. These energy centers, these power plants, all this stuff. It is ChatGPT. Is not what I'm talking about. I don't even know where to start. Just, I ask you, because I know you love to do the right thing, and I love the fact that you want to fight for it. Please do this, because every day she says they're knocking my numbers down. She's not doing anything. She puts something up. They won't monetize it. She says nothing. She talks about legislation. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Why her? Why not me? Why her? No, her. To help children. And also I put out a brand new, I got people so pissed off at me, which is great. This is my sign up for my newsletter. It's completely free, no big deal. I did one yesterday on Lindsey Graham, Lady G. Oh my God. I can't listen. I have no substantiation for any of the stuff that I'm going to tell you about. But I got to tell you something. Believe me when I say this. You have no earthly idea what I'm hearing about Lindsey Graham and what I'm hearing about Mitch McConnell. I've heard some stuff. This is beyond sci-fi. This is beyond political intrigue. This makes conspiracy theories look like a walk in the park. So follow this. Listen, be brave. Go out there and demand this. The wilder it is, the more likely it's true. Let me say that again. The wilder it is, the more likely it is to be true. Believe me when I'm telling you this. Okay? I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying anything that is beyond the realm of possibility here. Believe me when I tell you this. This world we live in is so sick. We've got a country that sent exploding pagers out indiscriminately, that people sitting next to somebody, they didn't care, and gave our president a golden pager to remind him, no matter where you go. And why do you think all of a sudden Trump said, I don't want to investigate my own potential assassination? Again, many, many, many rat holes. Cynthia Robinson, ladies and gentlemen. Cynthia, thank you so much. You were a very kind young lady. This is wild. So let me tell you something. If you don't want to go deep, if you don't like rabbit holes, please, this ain't for you. Oh, this ain't for you. If you want to just play it safe and just say, hey, let's talk about FIFA. Wasn't that something in Argentina? Who gives a shit about Argentina? What do I care about? It doesn't even matter. Stupid. Stupid. It's a dumb game and people are crying over a game. Do you realize this? What? The world is falling apart. We are this close. It's bread and circuses like you can't believe. I can't believe this. They're kicking a ball into a net. And the world, I mean, what's the matter with us? What is the matter? It's not distraction. It's obfuscation. It's redirection. It's prestidigitation. It is beyond anything I've ever seen. So we've got to get ourselves. So one more time, my friends, sign up right now. This is the list. Sign up, subscribe to that. And let me thank you. Now, today, did I tell you my story about the drive? Did I tell you about the driving? About the accident? Did I tell you about this? Did I tell you? I hope so. I'm going to tell you again. If I did. I'm driving to this meeting, and I'm down the street, and all of a sudden, this guy's driving, and pow! I mean, I don't know what it was. He was driving. It was a lift, and this truck pulls out and hits like right my door. I'm fine, I think, but I'm wondering, because I've had a lot of clients before. You've had torsion, flexion, whiplash. It's not bullshit. And I'm thinking, when's he going to hit? And I think I'm okay. But it's just, wow. So he looks at me and he says, the driver, he says, I think this ride's been canceled. I said, okay. So he was freaked out. I said, I understand. He didn't ask me like, did you see anything? Did you, are you a witness for me? Are you going to say, I got out, no problem. So I'm walking. It's not that big of a deal. But I thought, this is weird. This is strange. So anyway, I said, I don't really care about this, but it's not a big deal. I just want my money back. You didn't complete. So anyway, do you ever try to do an app, one of these things where you go like on Lyft or something and you say, how was your trip? I say, I got into an accident. They dumped me out, a mile away from my place. I don't want to get charged with this. Are you reporting a safety thing? I said, no, I'm not reporting a safety. I don't give a damn about the safety thing. I just want my money back. I'm fine over it. We're going to escalate this to a safety. I said, I don't want to talk about, I'm doing the AI. I don't want to talk about the safety. Safety's fine. I don't care about the safety. I don't want, give me the money back. Finally. So anyway, some adjuster's going to call me. But anyway, but there it goes to show you. This was yesterday. So anyway, so as I'm here, and then yesterday, everything goes wrong. I got the picture. I got my nose. I hit the 360 thing. It was like, what is going on? What is happening? Second time, one time I got T-boned. I was in a cab in New York, and this guy, the door bent like this inside. I was this far away. Nothing happened. I'm fine. And then, who knows? I'm not gonna be any kind of champion and maintenance. I'm not gonna lie for this. But anyway, so that was yesterday. So life's short and all this stuff. And then I'm watching this scene with Candace, and I'm getting so upset because I'm thinking, is anybody watching this? And this Posobiec, remember, I told you. Oh, look at this. I think Lionel should take a closer look at Candace. Oh, don't worry, Dick. I will, because she's wiser than I thought. She's wiser than I thought, Dick. Did you ever see a 3-piece speed, Dick? Dick. So listen, Dick, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a look at her. Let's all of us take a closer look at Candace, shall we? Yes. Oh, I love this. Take a look at her. I'm not so sure. Is that a troll? You may. I farted better trolls than that. Come on, man. Give me some better than that. I think you better take a closer look at her. You know what I should do? Why don't you blow it out your ass is what you should do. That's what I think. Rick, come on, Dick. Come on. Oh, look at this. Look at Bluebird. Bluebird says, I never watched Candace until Charlie died. Anybody with any brains, common sense can see the murder was a setup and from people within. The lies after lies and suspicion actions cover up. Candace saw it too. Absolutely. You see that? That's smart. Let me see who else is here. Let's see any other dicks here. We got to have a dick. Come on, Dick. Let's see who else is here. Let me see. Oh, look at this one. Ooh, look at this. The bitch from Pittsburgh says that whole thing was a photo op for Erika with Charlie in the casket. She was just rubbing it in our faces with a psyop and weave. A weave. Very good. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let me see who else is. I'm just going back. Just perusing. Oh, look at this. I love this. God bless our Aussie friends. Here in Melbourne, Australia, whatever. The data centers from AI are appearing like winter weeds. We are surveilled so much now, and it's frightening. Let me tell you something. God bless Aussies. If it wasn't for the fact that I got to fly 9 days on a plane, I'd love to go there. I love their mentality. I love Australia. Kiwis, New Zealand, I don't know that much. I guess they're the same. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say they're the same, but Aussies have this idea. Any place that was basically started off as a place for convicts and criminals, that's my kind of place. I think there's something in it. There's some kind of a wonderful distraction that we feel. I really mean it. Absolutely, positively. So anyway, we're going to keep finding. Let me say, Mark Book, by the way, Mark Book, give a big shout out. Give Mark some crumb cake and send him to the top of the road. I remember one thing. I don't have to tell anybody why I care about this. I don't have to tell anybody. September the 11th is going to be the 25th anniversary of 9/11, and I don't even get me started with that one. Don't even stop me started with that one. You got this? Oh, I like this. A medical examiner cannot directly load a body onto a plane. A local Utah mortuary had to be contracted to receive the body, perform the necessary embalming and preparation, and secure the casket. Okay, fine. That's okay. That's groovy. But by the way, what I'm going to do too is I told Mrs. Nelson, I want to be cremated and that's it. No casket, no nothing. I saw somebody say, look, see, that's it. That's him. object permanence. Make sure they say, no, he really is dead. That's it. How are you? I'm dead. You got it? Okay, good. Finality. I don't want to say closure. And that's it. Put me in there. And this is my spacesuit. This is not me, my soul, my spirit, my knowledge, my mirth, my merriment, my wisdom, my intellect, everything. That's inside. This is what the hell is this? Don't put a cheap suit on me with no back, with a number 9 panky with some cotton shoved up my ass and I think, no, stop it. That's not my thing. Sorry, not for me. You want to do that? Not for me. Don't gut me like some kind of a Roy DeMeo Gemini Lounge thing. I'm not interested. Look at this one. Robert F. says, Blake Neff talking about not remembering anything from the day Charlie died. I described my entire day in detail to Hubs yesterday about having to work a graveyard shift with my clients, making me, And also, it's funny when you have one of the most incredibly horrible events, you remember so much. Look at this. I should be buried so they can identify my toes in the future. All right, very good, I guess. Burial, we're the only country, the only society that believes in an astral religion. We always look up God. God is here. God is in the sky. But yet, and by the way, those people normally will burn and incinerate and cremate so that the smoke will be reunited with God. Fertility religions who believe that God is in the ground bury. So we have it backwards. We bury when we should be cremating. That's it. I also want to have, Tracy is a troll. Now I got to go back like 9,000 names to find Tracy. Come on, man. I want to have a video. Let me say, wow, look who it is. Hey, look who it is. It's Tracy the troll. Tracy, I'm going to haunt you for the rest of my life. I'm going to walk through your house with chains. I like when they have these URLs, these little things, these little QR codes on the it's kind of weird, on the cast or the sarcophagus, the tombstone, where you can. What's that all about? Oh, look at this. Us Italians. We Italians, pardon me, go into the marble mausoleums. Even more stupid, with all due respect. A mausoleum? What is that? A condo for the dead? Please, stop it. Barron Coleman's audience is proof that socialism does not work. From fire departments to education, socialism is failed government. Socialism, by the way, is something which it's great if you live in squalor. If you're in a jungle, great. If you're a serf, great. If you're in complete penury and poverty, great. But for most people, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So anyway, my friends, do me one word. Now it's time for me to ask you a question. Give me one word to describe how much fun you had today with your Uncle Lionel. Tell me right now, if you don't mind, tell me one word, why you love this show, why you're going to tell everybody about it, and how this is the greatest thing that ever happened to you, and I have changed your life, and blah, 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 blah. Tell me why. Tell me why you love the show. And by the way, don't spare the horsepower. Tell me be syrupy, be saccharine, be overindulgent. Amuse me, all right? Amuse me like it really matters. Immeasurable, I like this. Hilarious. Truth and laughs. Oh, I like that. Overwhelming, that was a great one. Funny. Fishman said, okay. Vocabulary, very good. Real. Quirky, I like that. I'm quirky. Enlightened. Ooh, magnificent, yes. I like that. That's all that matters. Okay, let me see. All-consuming, warm, and funny. That's terrific. All right, dear friends, you have been just a delight, an absolute delight. So anyway, here's what we're going to do. Have a great and glorious day. Do not ever change. I mean that sincerely. We will talk to you probably. I'm not going to be able to do a live later because I'm going to be on your plane, probably back. But Who knows? But just keep following. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And just thank you so much for all this. And have a great and a beautiful and a wonderful day. And thanks for being with us. I'm serious about this. Thank you for being with us. And until we meet again, just remember this. Monkey's dead. Show's over. Sue ya. Da-da.